In this video, we will be delving into the hidden depths of the Church's past, uncovering the forbidden secrets that have been kept hidden for centuries. We will be exploring the Church's role in shaping history and uncovering their darkest secrets. From the suppression of heretical texts to the dark truth about the Spanish Inquisition, we'll be uncovering the truth about the Church's actions and their impact on the world. The suppression of heretical texts is a prime example of the Church's efforts to control the flow of information and maintain their power. This suppression not only limited the spread of ideas but also led to the destruction of valuable historical texts. The Spanish Inquisition is another example of the Church's efforts to maintain control and suppress dissent. The Inquisition was a brutal period in history, characterized by persecution and execution of those who dared to question the Church's authority. The Church's role in shaping history is undeniable, but it is important to understand the darker side of their actions and the impact they have had on the world. This video will give you a glimpse into the hidden depths of the Church's past and help you understand the true extent of their influence on the world. Whether you are a history buff or simply curious about the Church's role in shaping the world, this video is a must-watch. Hidden forbidden books of the Bible. Many of us are familiar with the traditional books of the Bible, but did you know that there are other books that have been deemed forbidden by the Church? These books contain different accounts of events that happened 2,000 years ago, and they have the potential to change the way we see the Bible and its history. In this segment, we'll be discussing some of these forbidden books and their significance. The forbidden secrets of the Church throughout history. The Church has been known for hiding certain truths and suppressing information that doesn't align with their beliefs. In this segment, we'll be discussing some of these forbidden secrets and how they have been kept hidden. From the suppression of heretical texts to the role of the Vatican in world politics, we'll be uncovering some of the Church's darkest secrets. The suppression of heretical texts. One of the most infamous actions taken by the Church throughout history is the suppression of heretical texts. These texts were considered to be in opposition to the teachings of the Church and were often banned and destroyed. One example is the Gnostic Gospels, a collection of texts discovered in 1945 that were believed to have been written by early Christian mystics. These texts were considered to be heretical by the Church and were not included in the canon of the New Testament. The discovery of these texts has shed new light on early Christianity and the diversity of beliefs within the early Church. The role of the Vatican in world politics. The Vatican has had a long and complicated history of involvement in world politics. From the Middle Ages, the Pope has been considered a political leader as well as a spiritual leader. Throughout history, the Vatican has been involved in various political conflicts, often taking sides and supporting one side over the other. For example, the Vatican supported the Axis powers during World War II, which led to controversy and criticism. Additionally, the Church has been accused of supporting oppressive regimes, such as during the Spanish Inquisition and the suppression of native peoples in the Americas. Segment 5. The controversies surrounding the Crusades. The Crusades were a series of religious wars fought between the 11th and 13th centuries, with the goal of recapturing the Holy Land from Muslim rule. The Church played a major role in the Crusades, providing spiritual guidance and support for the soldiers. However, the Crusades have been heavily criticized for their brutality and violence, as well as for their negative impact on the relationship between Christians and Muslims. Additionally, many have accused the Church of using the Crusades as a way to gain power and wealth. The dark truth about the Spanish Inquisition. The Spanish Inquisition was a period of time, beginning in the late 15th century, during which the Catholic Church in Spain sought to root out heretics and non-believers. The Inquisition is known for its brutal methods, including the use of torture and the execution of those found guilty. The Church's treatment of Jews, Muslims, and other minorities during the Inquisition has been heavily criticized, and it is considered one of the darkest periods in Church history. The dark truth about the Spanish Inquisition. The Spanish Inquisition was a dark chapter in the history of the Catholic Church, as it was used as a tool for persecution and suppression of dissenting voices. The Inquisition was established in 1478 by King Ferdinand and Queen Isabella, with the blessing of Pope Sixtus IV. The goal of the Inquisition was to root out and punish heretics and Jews who had converted to Christianity, but were suspected of practicing their old religions in secret. The methods used by the Inquisition were brutal and inhumane, and included torture, imprisonment, and execution. The Spanish Inquisition lasted for more than 300 years, and it is estimated that between 2,000 and 5,000 people were executed as a result of the Inquisition's actions. The Church's involvement in the witch trials. The Church's involvement in the witch trials is another dark chapter in its history. The witch trials were a wave of persecution and repression of those believed to be practicing witchcraft, mostly women, that occurred in Europe and North America between the 15th and 18th centuries. The Church played a key role in the witch trials, as it provided the theological and legal framework for the persecution. Many of the people accused and executed as witches were not actually practicing witchcraft, but were instead targeted for their gender, social status, or political beliefs. The witch trials were a tragic episode in history, and it is estimated that between 40,000 and 100,000 people were executed as a result of the trials. The suppression of scientific discoveries throughout its history. The Church has also been known to suppress scientific discoveries that conflicted with its teachings. The most famous example of this is the Galileo affair, where Galileo Galilei, the famous astronomer and scientist, was put on trial by the Church for his belief that the Earth revolved around the Sun. Galileo was forced to recant his beliefs and was placed under house arrest for the rest of his life. The Church's suppression of scientific discoveries not only hindered scientific progress, but also led to the persecution and repression of scientists and scholars who dared to challenge Church teachings. The Church's involvement in modern controversies. Despite the many centuries that have passed since the days of the Inquisition and the witch trials, the Church still finds itself embroiled in controversies. From allegations of sexual abuse and cover-ups, to accusations of political interference and financial corruption, the Church has been forced to confront difficult and uncomfortable truths about its past and present actions. This segment will explore some of the most high-profile controversies that have plagued the Church in recent years, and examine the ways in which the Church has attempted to address and overcome them. The dark truths of the Church. The Church has been a powerful force in shaping world history and shaping our understanding of the world. However, behind the surface lies a hidden history of suppression, cover-ups, and secrets that the Church doesn't want anyone to know. From the suppression of heretical texts to the dark truth about the Spanish Inquisition, the Church's role in shaping history and uncovering their darkest secrets has been one of power, influence, and secrecy. It is important for us to understand these dark truths in order to fully understand the Church and its impact on the world. Thank you for watching our video on the forbidden secrets of the Church. We hope you found it informative and engaging. The Church has been a powerful force in shaping history and culture for centuries. But beneath the surface lies a hidden history of suppression, cover-ups, and secrets. From the Inquisition to the witch trials, we have explored the Church's role in shaping history and uncovering the secrets that they don't want anyone to know. If you want to learn more about the Church's hidden history and forbidden secrets, please don't hesitate to subscribe to our channel. And don't forget to leave a comment below and let us know what you think of this video. Thank you again for watching.